Scottie Scheffler's witty banter with Haotong Li at Open Championship. Golf fans love a good story, especially when it involves humor and heart. But here's where it gets interesting. What happens when one of the sport's most dominant figures delivers a joke with just 2 words? That's exactly what unfolded during the final round of the Open Championship at Royal Portrush, featuring none other than Scottie Scheffler and Haotong Li. Let's dive into the details, because this tale has layers worth exploring. Scottie Scheffler is known for many things: his exceptional golf game, his calm demeanor under pressure, and apparently, his sharp wit. According to Jordan Spieth, Scheffler isn't just a master of the fairways, he's also a pro at delivering clever banter. Yes **T talks, Spieth revealed, emphasizing that Scheffler's quick thinking and humor make him nearly unbeatable in verbal sparring. And as it turns out, Scheffler didn't hold back even while chasing his 4th major title. During the tournament, Scheffler shared the course with Haotong Li, a talented golfer from China who served as both his playing partner and unwitting comedic counterpart. Throughout their round together, TV cameras captured moments of laughter between the two players, hinting at some light-hearted exchanges. Afterward, Li opened up about the experience, describing Scheffler as such a lovely guy to play with. He even teased that they exchanged jokes during the round, but did he reveal any specifics? Oh, absolutely, and it's golden. Li recalled asking Scheffler if he could join him for practice sessions once he starts competing on the PGA Tour. Scheffler agreed but added a playful condition: when I text you, you better reply to me. So far, so friendly, right? Then came the punchline. With perfect timing, Scheffler quipped, "Haotong who?" It was a simple yet hilarious jab that left Li chuckling. That was actually funny, Li admitted later, clearly appreciating the moment despite being on the receiving end of the joke. But let's zoom out for a second, because there's more to this story than meets the eye. While Scheffler went on to claim victory at the Open Championship, Li delivered an impressive performance of his own, finishing tied for 4th place. This marked his second-best finish in a major championship, a tie for 3rd at the 2017 Open being his previous high point, and secured him a coveted spot in next year's Masters tournament. Additionally, the result boosted his standing in the world rankings, currently 111th, and propelled him from 8th to 3rd in the DP World Tour's season-long standings. More importantly, this top 10 finish earned him a PGA Tour card for the upcoming season. For Li, this achievement is particularly meaningful given his journey over the past few years. After turning professional at the age of 16, he quickly made a name for himself by winning twice on the DP World Tour and earning a spot on the 2019 President's Cup international team. However, success wasn't always smooth sailing. In 2022, after a win, Li confessed that he had briefly considered quitting the sport due to struggles with consistency and confidence. Fast forward to today, and his resurgence feels like a triumph, not only professionally but personally as well. In fact, Li's emotional side came through during a post-round interview this year after securing another victory on the DP World Tour. Pausing to collect himself, he expressed gratitude for the win, saying, "Yeah, I'm going to celebrate this one nicely." Clearly, the hard work and perseverance are paying off. Still, Sunday's round wasn't without its challenges. Li acknowledged frustrations with his driving, noting that he lost strokes both off the tee and on the greens. Despite these setbacks, he remained optimistic, vowing to focus on improving his weaknesses moving forward. His positive attitude shone through as he reflected on the day, just happy to finish like this. And then there's the phone number, a small but symbolic gesture from Scheffler, who seems to have left a lasting impression on his fellow competitor. Whether or not Li follows through on texting Scheffler remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: the camaraderie and humor displayed during their round exemplify the spirit of sportsmanship that makes golf such a beloved sport. So, what do you think? Was Scheffler's joke harmless fun or slightly too cheeky? Does Li's comeback story inspire you to root for him in future tournaments? Share your thoughts in the comments below, we'd love to hear your take. Chinese golfer Li Haotong pairs up against world number 1 Scheffler for 2023 Open. Underdog dreams, meet China's golf warrior battling history and the world number 1 at the Open. The tension at Royal Portrush is electric as underdog Li Haotong threatens to shatter expectations at golf's oldest championship. While favorites like Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy dominate the spotlight, this charismatic Chinese golfer has quietly stormed into second place, setting up a final round David versus Goliath showdown that could redefine Asian golf history. But here's where it gets fascinating. Li isn't just chasing Scheffler's 4-stroke lead. He's battling to become China's first male major champion, a milestone only 2 Asian golfers have ever achieved. And this isn't his first Cinderella story. Remember 2017? Li stunned everyone with a third-place Open debut, proving he thrives on golf's grandest stages. Yet since then, a rollercoaster of missed cuts and self-doubt nearly ended his career. Now, the twist you can't ignore, Li's journey back to contention reads like a Hollywood script. After almost quitting golf in 2021 due to injuries and lost form, he clawed his way from obscurity to win February's Qatar International. He even conquered the yips, golf's dreaded putting tremor that derails careers, which he openly calls his comeback a miracle. And here's the quirky backstory you'll love. Dubbed China's most handsome man after his club manufacturer jokingly engraved it on his wedge, the label stuck. Li shrugs it off with humor, sharing how even Phil Mickelson quipped it was a shame for China, a light-hearted moment that reveals his relatability amid intense pressure. Controversy alert: could Li's limited practice strategy actually be genius? While rivals played practice rounds, he avoided Portrush's packed galleries entirely, honing his swing almost exclusively on the range. I felt terrible all week, he admitted. But somehow, it worked. Is this a masterstroke of mental preservation or a risky gamble? You decide. Now, as Li steps into his first ever major final pairing, he radiates calm ambition. I have nothing to lose, he says. Play my best, and I can challenge anyone. With history on the line and a nation watching, this fearless outsider invites you to witness his against-all-odds quest. So we're asking, can Li Haotong pull off the greatest upset in Open history? Is his handsome tag harmless fun or a distraction? Sound off below. Do you believe in miracles? Haotong Li's epic Open Championship 2025 finish and hilarious exchange with Scottie Scheffler. The unlikely friendship that stole the show at the British Open. Imagine playing alongside the world's best golfer, Scottie Scheffler, in the final pairing of the British Open. For Haotong Li, that's exactly what happened, and he's still pinching himself. But here's where it gets interesting. Despite being the underdog, Li had a surprisingly realistic expectation: he was playing for second place. And yet, this brutally honest assessment didn't hold him back. In fact, it allowed him to relax and enjoy the ride, which ultimately led to a remarkable tee-for finish. But what's even more impressive is what he achieved in the process: a spot in next year's Masters tournament and a jump to third in the DP World Tour's race to Dubai rankings. Talk about making the most of an opportunity. But the real icing on the cake? Li managed to secure Scheffler's phone number, and with it, a promise to practice together on the PGA Tour. And this is the part most people miss. Li's request was simple: when I text you, you better reply to me. Scheffler's response? Haotong who? A light heart.